I want to apologize that it took a bit longer than usual to get this review out. Life has been crazy busy this past couple of weeks. I mean, oh my god. But now, let's talk about the new Jason Statham Guy Ritchie movie. Let's do it. So Wrath of Man is the latest film directed by Guy Ritchie, starring Jason Statham as a character who is very new in the business of driving these armored trucks that tend to get robbed. However, we soon come to realize that there is one particular reason as to why he is doing this. Hence the title, Wrath of Man. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Wrath of Man.
Excellent!
Wrath of Man is a movie that I didn't know all that much about, and actually, as a matter of fact, the first time that I had seen any trailer to this movie was when I saw Mortal Kombat last month. And just think about that, last month. That's fairly recent. Still though, nonetheless, I saw Guy Ritchie's name and I saw Jason Statham and I just thought, okay, Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham, they're a great team, they work well together, let's see what happens. And I gotta say, I quite enjoyed Wrath of Man. Going on to the performances, be real with me. Who is the main reason why you're seeing this movie? It's Jason Statham, right? Come on, you don't have to lie. And for good reason, because here's the thing. Not only is he a great dramatic actor, but he's a great ass kicker. I mean, with the dramatic side, the bank job, and also the Italian job, but also with the ass kicker side with the Expendables and Transporter, which I finally saw Transporter 2 recently. Kick-ass movie, by the way. But still though, we all knew he was a great screen presence. But what surprised me the most about this movie, in particular with Jason Statham, I mean the whole movie if I'm being honest, this was a much darker turn for Statham than I expected. I mean, with the whole movie I should say, and with Guy Ritchie I should say, which I'll get into later on. From Expendables, from Transporter, I had a feeling I would not want to mess with Jason Statham at all because he seems like he could kick my ass. I mean, I'm Jack the Beanstalk skinny, look at me. He shows to an even greater degree. Don't fuck with this guy. There is a particular sequence in this movie where he is just sitting in a dark room. He turns on a light and he's about to interrogate somebody. The way he looks into a character's eye, you literally just think, okay, you're screwed. It's dark, don't get me wrong, but it's awesome. Yeah. Besides Jason Statham, the thing that surprised me the most about this movie was this. This is both a pro and a con, so please bear with me here. This was directed by Guy Ritchie. And when you think of Guy Ritchie, what do you think of? Snappy dialogue, a highly kinetic style, and a very specific way with how he moves the camera. Out of all the Guy Ritchie films that I have seen, because I have not seen all of them, yes I have not seen all of them like Snatch, don't kill me please. With all the Guy Ritchie films that I have seen, this to me felt like the least Guy Ritchie movie. In my eye, that's both good and bad. When I walked into this movie, I was expecting a typical Guy Ritchie movie with Jason Statham. It felt like, to me at least, that Guy Ritchie wanted to depart from what he usually does to give us something a bit different. And I have to commend him for trying something new in his career because this movie, my god, it was not full of your typical Guy Ritchie flair. If you have seen a Guy Ritchie film, they're very funny, very lighthearted. This movie is a dark Guy Ritchie film. A buddy of mine had seen this movie, he said something very specific, and I walked out thinking, I actually kind of see this. This really felt like that Guy Ritchie was trying to do his own version of Heat, and I feel like that for some parts, it worked. Knowing it's a Guy Ritchie film, when it comes to the action sequences, especially in the latter half of this movie, holy shit, the action is badass.
Well, that's just fucking great!
I did enjoy Wrath of Man, but at the same time, could have been a better film? Absolutely yes. The story of Wrath of Man felt pretty generic, and at times it felt pretty predictable. For example, there is a big plot twist in this movie. Now, I can't say really any more than what I'm about to say because if I do, it'll give away the entire thing. When they shift perspectives to different characters, they talk about a certain thing. And when I heard about this thing, I guessed it right away and I was right. If you're expecting a typical Guy Ritchie film with the snappy dialogue and the way how he kinetically paces his movies, you're not gonna get that here. It is a big departure, which I did enjoy, but at the same time I couldn't help but feel, man, I could go for that dialogue and also the high kinetic pace. Speaking of the pacing, Wrath of Man is about 2 hours, which is pretty normal for a Guy Ritchie film. This was surprisingly a pretty slow-paced Guy Ritchie film. Even though Wrath of Man is 2 hours, it feels like it's 20 minutes too long nonetheless. If you pay close attention to the music from Wrath of Man, it sounds pretty similar to Joker. I don't know if Guy Ritchie was influenced by Joker, but the score kind of feel that it feels a bit too similar to Joker.
And here we go.
So overall, I enjoyed Wrath of Man. Definitely a darker turn for Guy Ritchie, which I wasn't expecting. It's a bit generic and it's also a bit predictable. However, at the same time, Jason Statham, the action, and Guy Ritchie style definitely make this worth viewing. All in all, I'm going to give Wrath of Man a 3 out of 5 stars. Definitely not one of Guy Ritchie's best films, but still worth checking out. Alrighty guys, so comment down below and let me know. Have you all seen Wrath of Man? What'd you think? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the museums are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Wrath of Man. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell whenever the latest video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 videos, please click on the right there or there. And of course, until my next video or review, I will see you all next time.